Today we're going to talk about multiplying binomials in their special cases. The first special case is the product of a sum and a difference. A plus b times a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. The square of a binomial, a plus b squared, is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So the first one, the product of the sum and the difference, is when you're multiplying the same binomial, with the only difference is one is a plus and one has a minus. And the square of a binomial, you do the same thing to one whether it's a plus b or a minus b squared. The only difference in these two are going to be the sign right here. So what is this a and b that we're talking about? So given a plus b, given a binomial that we'll call a plus b, we're going to identify the a and the b. So in our first example, we have x plus 7. And a is equal to x, and b would be equal to 7. X minus 3. A is equal to x, and b is equal to negative 3. Third example, 2x plus 5. A is equal to 2x, and b is equal to 5. Number 4, a is equal to 3x, and b is equal to negative 4. So when we have a binomial, we'll refer to the first term as a and the second term as b. And if the second term has a negative sign or a minus sign in front of it, that is part of the b. Alright, so we're going to multiply the following polynomials. We have x plus 4 times x minus 4. So when we multiply using FOIL, x squared minus 4x plus 4x minus 16. And when we combine like terms, we end up with x squared minus 16. And when we have the binomials x plus 6 times x minus 6, we have x squared minus 6x plus 6x minus 36. And when we combine like terms, that leaves us with x squared minus 36. So, this is a special product pattern. It is called the sum and difference pattern. When we have a plus b, x plus 4, times a minus b, x minus 4, then instead of taking time to FOIL it, if we know the pattern, we can just write a squared minus b squared. So when we had x plus 4, that's when we look at the original binomial here, a is equal to x, and b, it doesn't matter, is equal to 4 or negative 4. It doesn't matter. And so instead of FOILing it out, if we just took a squared minus b squared, or x squared minus 4 squared, we'd get the same answer. We just wouldn't have to work so hard. Let's try that again. In this example, let me take the negative 6. We have a is equal, in this one, to x, and b is equal to negative 6. So, when we see this pattern with a sum and a difference, we just take the a and square it minus the b squared. So if we square negative 6, we get a 36. So this can save us some time. So let's look at a few examples. We have x minus 12 times x plus 12. So the a is equal to x, and the b is equal to 12 or negative 12. When we square the a, we get x squared, and when we square the b, we get 144. 3x minus 4 times 3x plus 4. The a is equal to 3x. The b in this case is equal to 4, or negative 4. So we're going to square the a. 3x times 3x is 9x squared minus b squared. 4 times 4 is 16. Number 3, a is equal to y. b is equal to negative 5. A squared is y squared minus negative 5 squared, which is 25. And number 4, a is equal to b, and b is equal to 1. Boy, this one's confusing. So b squared minus 1. So that's our first special pattern, sum and difference. Here's our next one. Now we have the square of a binomial. So when we have x plus 5 squared, if we were to expand that, x plus 5 times x plus 5, and then we could FOIL it. X squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25 is x squared plus 10x plus 25. That's this squared. And if we took x minus 3, x minus 3 squared is x minus 3 times x minus 3. X times x is x squared minus 3x plus 9. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. So the square of a binomial, a plus b squared, or a plus b squared, is going to follow the pattern of a squared plus 2 times ab plus b squared. And if it's a minus, the only thing would change here is a minus b. This would be a minus 2ab. So let's look at the one we just did. We have x plus 5 squared. A is equal to x. B is equal to 5. So, to follow the pattern, we square a. X times x is x squared. We take 2 times a times b. So a times b is 5x times 2 is 10. Plus b squared. 5 times 5 is 25. Well, looky there. Isn't that what we got? Isn't this the same as that? Is that? Ooh, let's try that again. So on this example, we have x minus 3, so my a equals x, and my b equals negative 3. So I square my a, x times x. I take my 2 times a times b. So a times b is negative 3x times 2, negative 6x, and then I square my b. Well, looky there. They match. So this is a good pattern to remember. So let's go ahead and do example 5. N plus 4 squared. That's a square of a binomial. So a equals n, and b equals 4. So a squared, n squared, since this is a plus, we're going to put a plus here. 4 times n is 4n, times 2 is 8n, and then b squared. Example 6, 2x minus 7 squared. A equals 2x, and b equals negative 7. So a squared, 2x squared, is 4x squared. Then we take 2 times a times b. So negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x, times 2 is negative 28x. And then we square b. Negative 7 times 7, negative 7 is plus 49. So go ahead and try 1 through 6. So, number 1, y minus 3 is y and times y plus 3. So this is the product of a sum and a difference. So my a is equal to y, and my b is equal to 3 or negative 3. And I square my I take a squared minus b squared. So y squared minus 9. And I'm done. 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. This is the product of a sum and difference. The only difference is this sign here. One's a product, one's a sum and one's a difference. A equals 2x and b equals negative 1 or 1. So my pattern is a squared minus b squared. A squared is 4x squared and b squared is 1. 4x plus 2, 4x minus 2. Again, the product of a sum and a difference. So a equals 4x and b equals 2. Square the a. 16x squared minus 2 squared is 4. W minus 4 squared. So this is a square of a binomial. So a is equal to w and b is equal to negative 4. So I'm going to square a, w squared, multiply these and double them. Minus 4w times 2 is minus 8w, and then square the last one. X plus 3 squared, the square of a binomial with a plus sign. A equals x and b equals 3. My pattern is square the a, x squared. Multiply 3x, double it, 6x, and then square the b. Five x plus 2 times 5x plus 2. Well, this looks like the product of a sum and a difference, but it's two products. Wait a minute, it's the same thing multiplied by itself. Couldn't I have written this 5x plus 2 squared? That's the square of a binomial. So, how do I multiply that? A is equal to 5x, and b is equal to 2. A squared is 25x squared. I take a times b is 10x and double it, 20x. And I square b.